We live in a culture obsessed with the front of the line. From childhood, we're taught the winner arrives first. But for many, life doesn't feel like a victory lap. It feels like a treadmill. You look left, a friend is promoted. You look right, a peer buys a home. You feel behind. You feel like the last. If that is you, if you feel overlooked, undervalued, or forgotten in the shadows of others. Success, I have a message for you today. The very position you are trying to escape is the very place where God does his best work. To understand why the last are so important to God, we have to look at a scandalous story Jesus told about a vineyard owner. He hired workers at 6 a.m., then 9 a.m., then noon, and finally at 5 p.m., just 1 hour before the workday ended. When it came time to pay, the owner did something radical. He paid the 5 p.m. workers, the ones who did the least of full day's wage first. The ones who worked all day were furious. They expected more. But Jesus used this moment to shatter our human logic. Scripture overlay, so the last will be first, and the first will be last. Matthew 20:16, in the world system, you are paid for your performance. In God's kingdom, you are rewarded for his grace. Being first in the world often requires pride, ego, and stepping over others. But being first in the kingdom requires humility. Why does God let us stay in the last position for so long? Because the front of the line is a dangerous place for an unprepared heart. When you are first, everyone sees you. When you are last, only God sees you. Being last is a season of hidden preparation. It is the root season. Before a tree can reach the clouds, its roots must go deep into the dark, cold soil where no one can see them. If God lifted you to the first position before you learned humility in the last position, the weight of the blessing would crush you. He isn't punishing you by making you wait. He is protecting you by making you strong. Scripture overlay. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you. History is written by the winners, but the Bible is written by the last. Consider Joseph. He was the last of his brothers, sold into slavery, and forgotten in a dungeon for years. He was last in every sense of the word. But that dungeon was the waiting room for the palace of Egypt. Consider David. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint a king, David's own father didn't even invite him to the meeting. He was the last choice. But while his brothers were looking like kings, David was in the fields learning to trust the King of Kings. Consider Jesus. He was born in a manger, the last place a king should be. He lived as a servant. He died a criminal's death. He took the last place on earth so he could be the first over all creation. If you feel like a last choice today, congratulations. You are in the exact company God uses to change the world. Here is the professional truth. When man promotes you, man can demote you. But when God lifts you from the back of the line to the front, no demon in hell and no critic on earth can move you. God is looking for the person who is faithful in the last place. He is looking for the one who works hard when no one is watching. He is looking for the one who prays when the heavens seem silent. Your last is not your end. It is your training ground. Your time of being overlooked is actually your time of being overprotected. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Stop looking at the firsts and start looking at the Father. If you are watching this and you feel like you've been passed over for the job, for the relationship, for the recognition, take a deep breath. God has not skipped your name. He is just refining your character so you can handle the crown he has prepared for you. In the eyes of the world, you might be at the end of the line. But in the eyes of the Creator, you are exactly where the miracle begins. Scripture overlay. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. -1 Samuel 16-7. If you believe that your time is coming, type I am ready in the comments below. Let's encourage one another in the last place until we meet at the first. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Speak Faith Bible. And remember, you were made by the King for a purpose only you can fulfill. Stay strong, stay faithful.